Howdy. I'm somewhere in central Idaho where there's mountains and snow. Um, One thing I do like about being back in winter, because I'm back a lot helping my mom, is that I don't have to shave. And I start growing a beard because it keeps my face warm. We used to do that all the time when we were young in college. We just grow beards. Not manicured, just grow them. So when my time is done in Idaho, ideally, when I'm not helping out and things like that, I will, in the ideal world, I'm actually summer in Idaho, winter in the South. But I've been sort of reversing that because it's all to do with what I need to do at this point. Uh, just a little reality check. Politics. This is politics if you get triggered. Trump is running away with everything. It's not even funny, but a big part of this is the exposure. The last debate was uh, Nikki Haley, Bird Brain, and DeSanctimonious DeSantis. They're not even close, and people are starting to wake up to the reality. Even conservative, people on the conservative side. I'm not a conservative, but people on the conservative side are seeing that this dog and pony show that we've been basically brainwashed in for decades is not really happening anymore. We're all not buying into it. All these politicians, they're groomed. They say things that they're is canned. They do all these polls to make sure they're saying the right things. They make these promises and nothing ever happens. It's been going on forever. People are tired of it all. And the conservatives and the Democrats, they're a Uni-party. Talked about this too. They're all the same in a way. And the sameness in the way, one of the many things that makes the both parties the same is they don't do anything for the people anymore. They're all doing it for themselves and keeping us just it's but people are seeing this now. So that is part of this awakening process that people are done. Um, Trump is going to be president. And, this is to the people too who just it's really time. I want to shake some of my friends. I don't engage, as I said before, and I don't engage in arguments. Like, I am a Trump supporter, but there were some things that I did not agree with at the beginning of, like the COVID, like the vaccination. I don't die on every word or follow every word blindly that President Trump would say, for instance. I'm going to have my own I take everything into account and make my own decisions. So this is what I've said too: is don't ever blindly follow one party, one person, one institution. Use your own gut instinct, your own reason and critical thinking. And by now, but we're this far into the game now. Who I've got friends of mine in Seattle, and I still have friends that we have decent discussions that were Biden fans, and they're not so much anymore. And it even steps back into look at the bigger picture. This is a man literally who cannot put sentences together. He can't find his way off of stages. The news coddles him and hides this fact. The guy he needs to be in the basement eating ice cream. It's elder abuse to have him out there. And I'm not really joking. The guy, he's not running the show. Anybody who has any awareness or reason knows that he's not running the show. And then to think that the second in command, when he goes out, the person going to step into his shoes is Kamala Harris, the most disliked politician, according to all surveys and everything, in like over 150 years. Nobody cares for her. Her own party doesn't care for her. They put her in the corner. By the way, she's supposed to be the border czar. She's never been down there. The whole thing is a clown show. It's just a clown show. I believe it's part to wake people up just to see how far this can go. But um, uh, this Kamala Harris, she has no anyway. So there's who you got, and then take that away from the personalities, and you look at where we are now. Our economy is shit. Excuse my language. Gas prices are up. We're paying 30 to 40 to 50% more for groceries than we ever did. Everything is breaking apart. An invasion on our southern border. We're in more wars now than we ever were. But people keep saying, as long as it's not that orange guy, it's really crazy to watch. It really is crazy to watch. Hey, stop it. But all this is, I'm not trying to sell you on Trump. I'm not trying to sell you. It's just wait. This is the running theme I've done for years. Wake up to the reality of what's going on in your life and how you're being affected. Where were we 4 years ago? Where were we 10 years ago? Are things better now? Are we built back better? I think any reasonable person, anyone with critical thinking skills will say, no, we are in a shit time right now, and it's not going to get much better this next 6 months. It's going to get crazier because we're having a lot of things being exposed, and that's part of it. But the way things used to be is never going to happen again. We are done with that, and people are waking up to this, and it goes back to what I say over and over. We let our power go to these politicians on all sides a long time ago, and we let this shit happen to us. But we're done now, and we, the people, are taking our power back. So open your eyes, wake up, try to get over your biases, and start to see the reality of what's going on in the bigger picture. You don't have to like Trump. You don't have to like what I say. Find out, do the research, and do what works best for you, and make those decisions. If you start doing reason and critical thinking and quit following the news and quit following like a party or an ideology, you'll start to see what's really going on. That's what it takes for us people to come together. And then we'll come together and do what's best for us, not what they are saying. Really, you're going to see this. Okay, that's my spiel for the day. I'm going back to hanging with some dogs and sitting by a fire.